Yo, what's up, everybody? What's up, YouTube? I got another video for the Friday month, y'all, man. Breaking news, man. Breaking news, man. Okay, 3 officers found guilty of the murder of Tyre Nichols until they beat the Dove last year, man. So he's like was killed. I said the traffic stop out there and how they beat the Dove out there, and yeah, I said into where 3 other officers have pled guilty to, I think, we were tampering charges and how they are, it's doing like time in prison for the murder of the other dude, Tyre Nichols. And so yeah, I feel little cop might get some time. So, for killing, the dude, while it was, I said that Memphis where 3 cops were found guilty for the charge. And man, I feel like this case can. So I feel like his case is kind of sad, man. So his case is sad to the whole family of Tyre Nichols' family, to what Tyre Nichols was a good dude, to where he was killed, man, by I think 3-4 officers out there. And so I think also breach authority on them, to where they had used, I think police, yeah, I said to use, I think, police brutality on the dude, to what the dude was outside his home. And I think that's how things kind of went wrong, to where the cops had beaten him to death, man. But yeah, I'm gonna show you a couple of videos for y'all, about the cops who were found guilty for charge. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. So peace. I'm out here. Take care and peace.
During a traffic stop in 2023. NBC's Rahema Ellis joins us now. Rahema, this is pretty surprising to a lot of people, including the family of Tyre Nichols. We were down there when they released that video. It was incredibly shocking what we saw from the men involved with the quote-unquote Scorpion unit, a crime suppression team. What did we learn today in court?
What we learned today, I think, was surprising many people, Tom, exactly because of what you said. This beating was captured on videotape. It ended up being a deadly beating. 29-year-old Tyre Nichols died just a few days after he was beaten. What we found out today in court is that the 3 officers were all convicted on charges of witness tampering, but Demetrius Haley was guilty on 4 of 6 charges, including witness tampering and a lesser count involving bodily injury. Former officers Justin Smith was acquitted of federal civil rights violation, and the same is true of former officer Sedarius Bean. Those officers, all black, as you point out, were members of this special crime suppression unit. They were all fired, but it's not over for them. These officers now face charges in a state court of second-degree murder.
And I know this information is just coming in. I think we have the video of some of what happened when he was taken out of the car and he was beaten, because I think it's important for the viewers to see this, to understand why the family would be upset with the jury, with the verdict reached so far. Is this sort of the end of the case as we know it for right now? We know 2 of the officers did plead guilty, right?
Yeah, and those 2 officers also cooperated with the prosecutors in this particular trial of these 3 officers. But as we mentioned, it was a split decision on the part of the jury. 1 officer being found guilty on most of the charges, but 2 of them found not guilty on most of the charges, with the exception of witness tampering. And again, as I say, this is not over. Even after the second-degree murder charge that these former officers will face in a state court, you could expect that there will be civil charges that will come out on this case as well.
And what was so interesting about this case was that the police released that video immediately, because they didn't want to have any protest, they didn't want to have any problems, and they fired those police officers pretty quickly as well after that video was released. I'm sure there's a lot to go in this case, but we thank you for bringing us the breaking news that just came.